Hello, gorgeous ones. Fonzy here, which means it's not time for another Fonzy and Company, the podcast. Thursday, April 4th. The sun burns down to a mountain sky. That's you too, I think. How the fuck are you? Episode 5, maybe? I don't know, maybe. Firstly, let me start off with an apology. I apologize to my public, all 20 of you. Yep, I did miss an episode last week. My sincerest apologies, but I'm going to do a slightly longer one today just to make up for it. I know you miss me. Shut up. How was your Easter anyway? Happy chocolate Jesus. Is that what happens in Easter? I don't know. But yeah, I hope it was a good one for all you Christians and non-Christians alike. Yeah, it was a good one for me. Actually, no, it fucking wasn't. Actually, Easter kind of sucked ass. The restaurant was particularly quiet. Bank holiday. Everyone fucks off. Everyone fucks off to their families. Ugh. Disgusting. And, I want to do other shit other than go out and piss away their money at an expensive restaurant. So, fair enough. And I actually did the same on the Sunday because all us British lot, we like a good fucking Sunday roast. We fucking love it. Yeah, meat and potatoes. Yeah, like a nice bit of gravy, not too runny, not too lumpy. Yeah, on a fucking Sunday, yeah. Watch a fucking footy. Yeah, we all love that shit. And to be fair, I tried to do a 72-ounce T-bone steak on Sunday from a place I used to rate quite highly, and it was awful. I'm not going to name the restaurant because that's going to be petty as fuck. Because they used to be quite good. They used to be very, very good at what they did, and honestly, it was just caked in pork fat, and it sounds nice on paper. You get that chicken fried steak or what that. Pork on a nice fucking cut steak, cooked mid-rare, is not appealing at all. It was just, I felt like I had a boulder in my bowels for fucking a week. Sweat. I know it's not even been a week, and I've had a shit concept of time. No, seriously, about 2 days, I was just me and Beth were just, that was horrible. Well, Fonzie, it's a 72-ounce steak. Of course you're going to feel like shit. No, absolutely not. It's fucking pure, it's a nice cut. We had a couple of sides and all that lot. We're quite big eaters, and we can put that much away. But you know what? It was shit. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all fucked up, and they've been good before, as I said. But I ain't going back for a while. At least to let the trauma slide down a bit. But anyway, why did I miss last Thursday? Because I don't like you very much. How's that? How is that? My whole public of 20 people wants to know, why the fuck didn't you do a podcast? You know what? I was in Brighton, and then a couple of days later was back in London. I was, just watching shows, being and coming back. And then when you go, when you go away for work, and you almost regret it, because if you go more than a couple of days, I'm not talking about you do Monday, Friday, have the weekend off, and then you come back to work. I'm talking like you book a couple of extra, like maybe the Friday off and the following Monday. So you've been off for 4 days or whatever, and then you come back to an absolute fucking shit show. Genuinely, and all this work's accumulated. You got like fucking 100 plus emails, and you know what? This is why I don't play live anymore, because going away, playing all that shit, drive into a city fucking in the middle of arse fuck nowhere, driving all the way back at like 11, 12 at night, because you got to stay and watch the other bands. You do. It's just common courtesy. And, you come back, and then you got your 9 to 5, and you were just fucking knackered. And I'm knackered now, watching other bands. I wasn't even playing. So, I'm just sitting here thinking, why didn't I do the podcast? You know what? I was too fucking tired. I was too tired to sit in front of a computer and talk crap for 45 minutes. My apologies. But it was great. Brighton at first, lovely. Brighton was just named one of, I don't know what fucking article, what shit show on your social medias fucking put this bollocks up here, but Brighton has been named one of the best beaches in the world. I'm sorry, go and fuck your mum. There's no fucking way Brighton is one of the best beaches in the world. I haven't been to many beaches. I would say it's in my top 30 beaches that I've ever been to. Fuck me, the best beaches in the world. I mean, y'all ever been to fucking Hawaii, the Dominican Republic, fucking anywhere in Spain? Even Western Supermare has a good fucking, at least, when the tide's out, you can't really go in the water, but, at least there's sand, you can lie on it, swim in it, fucking crab fishing and donkey riding, whatever the fuck you do on the beach. Anyway. I don't want to hear your beach stories. Oh, beach. We went to Brighton. Brighton is nice though, if not a little bit fucking expensive. We always like it's a nice little treat away, because we can't go on holidays anymore. We got the 2 restaurants out in Barcelona, and every now and then I like to think I'm going to have time to go out there to Barcelona, and but I can't. So Brighton it is. And, I went with a couple of friends, and just, painted the town reds, just a couple of bars, found a nice little pizza joint. I forget the name of the pizza joint. My apologies. It was weird though, man. This place was fucking ram. We were walking around for, I reckon, a good couple of hours. This was Friday night. So, yeah, fair enough. You're not going to, without a reservation, trying to find somewhere, you're going to have a hard time. Fair enough. Well, we did come across this pizza joint. Absolutely rammed. It's like, there's no fucking way we're getting a table in here. And no, scusi, no, you come in. I was like, dude, and don't fucking, oh, Fonzy, what are you doing an Italian stereotype accent for? He literally had that fucking accent, dude. Do not even fucking go there. Like, scusi, he said, excusi. That... This motherfucker could not. He had a white shirt. He had a bit of the fucking chest hair poking out. Receding hairline, and what hair he does have left, fucking slick back. I'm sorry. I know not all Italians are like that, but this one Italian bloke was a fucking such a stereotype. But lovely guy. We got in there. It was fine, but I've never seen a place look so posh and Italian, branzino, pappardelle, the penne, bigolli. It was like, oh, lovely. And the pizza looked very good. Then we saw lasagna pizza. I'm like, okay, this is one of these fucking places. One of those places that cater to the British public because we're so fucking thick. You could do a nice fucking gazpacho, anything like that. Any decent, I know gazpacho's Spanish, but go fuck yourself. You could do, something like authentically Italian, but because us Brits get a little bit like, little fish, anchovies. Oh, that's disgusting. That we have to get like things like burger pizzas made up and lasagna pizzas, and then we started seeing this shit on the menu, and you're like, oh god. And to be fair, I've never seen a place turn over tables so quick. It was like, you ordered it. It was like quick service. Say, you want water? You want water? Great. What do you want to order? Great. 4 pizzas. Right. Bang out. 10 minutes it took. And then bill immediately. I've never been, I've had slower services at a fucking Little Chef on the M30s. You know what I mean? I've never been in and out of a nice restaurant that quickly before. And kudos to him. The pizza was mediocre at best. I'm sorry, Fonzy, is this a fucking music podcast or is this a fucking food podcast? Make up your fucking mind. I'm sorry, I've got to tell you about my week. I've had such an adventurous week. But this pizza was fine. And we went out, there was a couple of little live bands, before the, by the way, obviously we were in Brighton to watch Cheekface. If I haven't mentioned it multiple fucking times on the previous podcast, go and listen to Cheekface, you silly buggers. Why haven't you listened to him yet? Absolutely insane. I know. Did you hear the cat then? Sounds like a pigeon. Yeah. Anyway, we just continue drinking. Go on to the pier. The pier was fine. I mean, it's a fucking pier. You Americans out there, I'm trying to think what a pier. You know, like Coney Island in New York. I reckon it's basically that. But you know, much cheaper. As if you could get cheaper. But like video arcade games everywhere. You know, penny slot machines, whatever they're called. What's that? Roy Orbison penny arcade. Roy Orbison. There you go. I know shit. I know old shit and new shit. Yeah, it was fine, but I had a bit of a fucking surreal experience. Like obviously now on the town on the Friday, come Saturday, we're like, right, you know, it's a little bit sunny, a bit rainy, but you know what, fuck it, go on the pier. Have a couple of drinks, as you do. I'm on holiday, go fuck yourself. We go have a couple of drinks, and it was like a fucking fever dream. This place did. I can't remember. I'm really crap for names. This was a couple of weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember. It was a bar, obviously a gay bar, by the sea. This is like in the afternoon, by the way, early afternoon. So this is not like nighttime, like let's go crazy kind of stuff. So we go in there. You know, there's a couple of Endus knocking about. There's Wizard of Oz playing on a loop. I mean, again, stereotyping. I've already done the Italians. What's the first thing I could think of when I go into a gay bar? I don't know, rainbow flags everywhere, you know, hey, all that stuff. And I would expect Wizard of Oz to be playing on the TV somewhere. Lo and fucking behold, every stereotype fit the fucking... You're not doing yourselves any favours, guys. You know what? And to be fair, it was nice to watch it with the subtitles on. I was like, yeah. It was nice because obviously you're hungover. It's like, you know, watching a movie with the subtitles on. I'm not saying we're not just sitting there chatting. It's just nice to see it in the background with the subtitles on, seeing Judy Garland do her thing. You know, very, very cute. I enjoyed it. But the fever dream part actually came where one of these aforementioned Hindus, apparently it wasn't even a Hindu. Apparently it was a birthday party. If you've got a friend and you do this to one of your friends when you take her out for a birthday party, I would strongly consider your friendship with that person. What I mean by that is that I was having a bit of a smoke outside, a vape or whatever. I don't care. Smoking? Vaping? Yeah, even talking about vaping, I just wanted to take a quick puff then. Oh, that is, I'm addicted to fuck, bro. Anyway, I'm outside having a vape, and there's this car that pulls up. Now, I don't know the correct term anymore because it used to be you said little people. Apparently, that is not. Apparently, you say dwarf now, or you just say person. But obviously, I have to say dwarf or little person. I'm going to say dwarf. Dwarf sounds. I think I think I heard. Not Peter Serafinowicz. What's the guy's name? Fucking Peter. You know the guy, Game of Thrones guy. I want to say Tyrion. I don't know. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I have a life. Yeah, but anyway, this dwarf in a police outfit comes out of the car, and one of the birthday party come outside and say, "Oh, you're here, fantastic!" And like, and then the dwarf's manager comes out and says, "All right, you'll look after him, yeah, yeah. You know, he's a good client of mine." And I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" This is 1 PM, guys. 1 PM. This is happening. I'm hungover as shit. I got my shades on. I'm just watching all this unfold. I just come back in. And I go and sit with my wife and our friends and that. And like, guys, I think I just saw something I can't unsee. I'm not 100% sure. So in my eyes, this is probably a dwarf stripper. Now, obviously, I don't have to mention the fact that he's a dwarf, but obviously that dude is getting the money specifically because he's a dwarf. That's the only reason I feel like I have to mention it. It could have just been a regular, what is regular anyway? It could have just been, a person at 5'6", 6 foot in a fake police uniform. I think the fact it was a dwarf, he's a dwarf, is the whole novelty and to why he was being hired. That motherfucker probably does IT 9 to 5, and then on the Saturday he's a dwarf policeman. Why not? So that they blindfold this girl at the bar, and comes this dude, just loving life. By the way, he loves his job. He's very good at it. Is he a stripper? No, he's apparently not a stripper, but he can be if you pay for the extra package, I think. I could be, because I did have a little Google search just out of interest. Not for me, or maybe for me, I don't know. I've got a few friends' birthdays coming up, but basically the idea of this police officer, I don't think he is a real police officer. I don't think he went to the academy. He's supposed to get handcuffed to this woman, and he did. So, right, Michelle, I'm here because you've been. I've heard about complaints about your behaviour, and so you are under arrest under my authority. You cannot leave my sight at any moment. So basically, the whole idea is that from however long they've hired this dude for, he is now handcuffed to this lady for the foreseeable. She's got to go to the bar. She's got to go out when she goes out walking. That guy's got to be handcuffed to her. When she goes to dance, that guy is handcuffed to her. When she goes to take a piss, that guy is handcuffed to her. Oh, God. Honestly, fucking kudos to whoever thought of that. Again, why is it funny that he's a dwarf, Fonzy? I'm thinking too much about this here. I think you guys would be fully on board with a guy who is a dwarf, who's decided, I'm going to get an agent, I'm going to make some fucking money on the weekends. People love that shit. It's kind of funny. You remember Jackass when they did that bit about where Wee Man and his girlfriend at the bar, and then like the ex-boyfriend who's also a dwarf comes in and just like goes, "Hey, what the fuck you going? Man, you with this guy now? What the fuck?" And then they start a fight, and then little mini police officers come in, and then little EMTs come in. It's kind of like that. We're not laughing at it. It's just funny. It's just kind of funny, guys. Should you be taking a piss? No, we probably shouldn't. But this guy has seen a gap in the market to go to dress up in a little uniform and go out and be somebody's, police officer for a day. Fucking that motherfucker probably made more money in that one day than you guys have made in this entire week. I swear to God, it's oh, absolutely unreal. But after that, speaking, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Yeah, thanks, Dorothy. We just had the pier. They went home eventually. We went to see Cheekface. Now, I said it was a Hope and Ruin last time I spoke to you guys. It was not the Hope and Ruin. I got that very wrong. Wife listened to the podcast and go, it's in Chalk, right? I'm like, oh, right, no. I've never been to Chalk ever. So that was a brand new experience for me. Honestly, lovely venue. Really, really nice. It does look like it had been done up maybe fairly recently. Yeah, nice big long bar. The stage is kind of in the back, but it's a really nice, decent sized stage. But where it cuts off, it's kind of like a hallway where the bar is, and then it leads to the stage area, not through a door or anything. You can see the stage at the end, but then the actual audience bit is not crazy big. However, Cheekface, a band who is on the up and up, is coming up. They're doing so well because their music is so fucking unique and cool and just fun, vibey, catchy, hooky. Ugh. Excuse me. And we're just sitting there. We're a few drinks deep again because why not? fuck me, this drink is catching up with me, I swear. I'm just having a glass of red wine a night now, just because I'm really finding it difficult to keep up. Anyway, we see Cheekface. We saw a band, the support band. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled Cende. If you ever want to check them out, but we did check out a little bit of their stuff. Wasn't really for us. Been totally honest, but they were fine. They're fun enough bands. But then Cheekface came on. It wasn't a packed show. I quite liked it. I selfishly quite liked that. Obviously, I wish Cheekface all the best, and I hope they pack out every fucking gig they play in the future. But for me, as a punter, especially after drinking 2-3 days straight, that I really liked it. And I'm not saying it was empty. There was probably a good 200-300 people there, I'd say, and that was perfect because then Beth and I could just slide to the front. Oh, my cat's trying to jump on the fucking laptop. No, absolutely fucking not. Go around. Just go around. Just go around. Can you speak? Do you want to speak? She's struggling a little bit. Here we go. There we go. Was it really that hard, Nana? Do you really have to step on my laptop? Anyway, we're sitting there watching Cheekface right at the front. Fucking, they got the new album out now. It's sorted. Fucking great little album. They've released most of the singles for it, and you know what? They played a stunning set. Wouldn't say it was the best sound I've ever heard, because we watched them in Acne, and that was great. But to be honest, that was, in my opinion, a little bit better. Great bands, nothing to do with them, absolutely fine. However, sorry, I keep getting fucking phone calls again. Fucking hell. Everyone is trying to sabotage me today. My cat, this fucking guy who keeps ringing, really, really fucking me off. But yeah, we actually got to meet the band afterwards as well. That was fucking killer, dude. Absolutely lovely guys. Lovely, down to earth. It was, almost like a little bit nerdy, which is like quite cute. They're not like they've got these rock star fucking egos or like trying to one up you or trying to think that they're better. It was that they were just coming down, just talking to everybody. It was fucking nice, man. However, I got a little bit triggered. Oh, Fonzy got triggered again. Yeah, I did. Right, I don't know. Obviously, this is an unwritten rule or just an unwritten law, or to me, just common etiquette, right? If you go and stay night to a band, right? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me this, but how long do you think you should be fucking chatting to the band, or in this particular case, which is actually why I got so triggered, not really talking to the band, just kind of like standing around, fucking shuffling your feet, fucking hands behind your back, looking like you're gonna fucking stalk them. For me, I reckon like 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. Just to go up and say, shake the hand, say, oh guys, great show. Ask them maybe a couple of questions about like, oh, by the way, just on this track or whatever, just out of interest. How's the rest of the tour? Thank you for giving us such great music, and what are you guys looking to do next, that sort of thing, or ask them about the scene that they're in, a couple of questions maybe, and then get the fuck out and wait, and then the other person can come up and say hi. For me, there was 4 dudes in front of us speaking to him, and I was like just fucking shaking my head, and they just fucking crowded them, and they're not even asking anything, just like, yeah, I play in a band. One of fucking those guys, one of those cunts that have gone to see a band and clearly just doing it for their own gain because they want to go up to them and say, hey, I'm in a band. How about a collab? How about a shout out on the Instagram, yeah? Go fuck your cunting mum. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, I actually just want to go up to them and say, guys, fucking, literally all the stuff that I just said. Go, guys, great music, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed listening to you guys. How's the tour going? oh, just out of interest, this track, or I think your lyrics are actually quite like centrist, which is like quite unusual because a lot of left-wing political viewers like really dig your music. You know, that sort of shit, you know. Interesting, but these guys are just fucking shuffling their feet. You know, I'm in a band. Like, I'm sorry, you came to watch them, not the other way fucking round. I don't know if there's a common courtesy to this, guys. If if you're waiting to see a band, a couple of handshakes, or maybe a signature, and and fuck off. Get the fuck out. To me, that really fucked me off. And then to fucking add icing to that shit cake that we've already got going on. Cheekface are great. We've had a lovely time. We're leaving now. We are going home. What happens? Some absolute fucking bellend. I don't know where this happened. This was somewhere between Paddington and Heathrow. But there was, air quotes, intruder on the track, which means all fucking trains were just at a stop. All of them, eastbound, westbound, northbound, whatever. They were just, everything fucking stopped. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this sucks. And there were people like getting off the tube, like, you know, trying to get connecting trains. For me, just fucking stay where you are, because it will most likely, trains are usually pretty good at like getting shit back together, unless a conductor or the train announcer or whatever goes, yeah, we're fucked. Everyone off, we're fucked. If that happens, fair enough. But if they say like a couple of minutes, you know, that's fine. And we did. We stayed on. We got to Paddington. Paddington fucking rammed. Oh my God, man. You couldn't move. Couldn't swing a cat. Couldn't swing you, Nala. Couldn't swing this stupid cat right here. But yeah. And that sucks, but you know what we did? We followed the rule. We just said, look, let's stick it out. Worst comes to worst, we can get to Victoria and like get a last minute coach. That's fine. And you know what? Half hour, 45 minutes later, everything was back up and running. But going back to the triggering, what really triggered me is that, right, okay, now everyone, you know, trains have been delayed for the last hour and a half, right? So now we've got a backlog of however many fucking people waiting for the next train out of here. Moment Bristol gets announced, fucking about a third of the entire of Paddington just fucking went, just fucking moved, man. It was crazy, man. And you know what? Nice big long, I think it had like 12 carriages on it. So that's fucking cool. And, you know, we're going, but people are running. You know, they want a seat. They want to make sure they get on this train, which is absolutely fair enough. And we made it. You know, we got on the train, we managed to find a seat, unreserved, fan-fucking-tastic. But you know what? On my way to getting that, we could have got a seat maybe much sooner. If you're that fucking guy on the train, right? Or that girl, you're both equally wankers. If you're that fucking person on the train that has, you know, maybe a bit of luggage or just a handbag or something on their person, and you are sitting, obviously trains are done in 2 rows of 2, right? So you got on the left side, you know, 2 seats, right side, 2 seats, and then every now and then there's a table seat, right? If you're that fucking cunt that sits on, you know, a window seat and then proceeds to put all their belongings next to you on the fucking seat when that train is absolutely fucking rammed, you're a cunt. You are going in the fucking Taliban fucking wish list. I swear to God, you are absolute scum of the earth. And I saw some fucking woman, bless her, pregnant as fuck, standing up. I mean, some fucker should have given up her seat. But there was just so many. And you know what? None of the older people, it's all the young ones as well. All the young ones, probably just a little bit younger than us. And this one particular woman, I just wanted to fucking slap. And you know what? If she was a man, I would have wanted to fucking slap him as well. You know, it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Train etiquette is a thing. Travel etiquette, if you're on a coach, if whatever, on a bus, train, whatever. Don't put your shit and block other people for. Nana's trying to stand on the fucking laptop again. You know what? That is not podcast etiquette, Nana. That's not podcast etiquette. So I'm going to lift you. Here you go. You silly cat. Who's the silliest little cat? Who's the silliest? I was hoping she was going to meow, but she ain't doing shit. Fine. You want to fucking sabotage it? I thought you were trying to sabotage it so you can, have your little say. You know what I fucking hate? Dogs. That's right, listeners. Dogs are assholes, said the cat. That is what a cat would say, right? Anyway, where was I? Travel etiquette. It's a thing. Don't be that fucking guy being an absolute knob and putting it. This is, you know what? You deserve a place in hell. It's next to serial killers and, fucking TikTokers. You deserve a place in hell. But yeah, we made it home anyway. And very happy to be back. Because we immediately had to bugger off again to London. London sky, why you don't want to be anywhere else. Lily Allen, fucking hell, it's going back. Yeah, London bound, specifically in Lewisham, New Cross. New Cross Inn has always been a little favourite of mine. I've always really enjoyed it. You know what? It's a small venue, but you know what? It's got all the trimmings to have a good time. They got a fairly cheap bar. The stage is all right. The sound's not terrible, and we were there to see the Planet Smashers, Canadian. Well, specifically Quebec. I think they speak French up there or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, from Quebec, ska band I've been listening to since I could illegally download songs off LimeWire. Sorry guys, your music wasn't available at the time. I didn't know how to there was no other way to get music, especially like music from Quebec. How the fuck, YouTube didn't exist back then. Social media MySpace was just about becoming a thing back then. But I had a mate who downloaded me. I said, I just heard, I can't remember, I think it was Sublime for the first time. And I was like, was it Sublime? Might have been something, that might have been Real Big Fish. One of them anyway. And I was like, dude, I need ska music. I mean, my mum had always listened to the Specials, the Selector, all that two-tone era. And when I heard this like punk version of it, I was like, all right, I need more of this in my life, please. No one else was doing it. So I do always feel like ska is one of those that I'll always have. It's going to have a special place in my heart always. Because, once you guys in America, you had, ska in like the mid to late 90s, suddenly it was fucking everywhere. And arguably very overplayed, which is why people got so fucked off with it in such a short amount of time. Because you can't have too much of a good thing. If that were the case, if that weren't the case, then fat people wouldn't exist. You know what I mean? Or heroin abusers, or alcoholics, all this good shit. Fonzy saying heroin's good? I don't know. Wouldn't exist because ska lasted. It's still going. It's not fucking dead at all. But, we had too much of a good thing and, people really got fucking sick of it. Fair enough. Absolutely fine. But, it still burns in my heart. And when I got this compilation CD, The Planet Smashers, where I said, just find me American cat on that side of the pond, American, Canadian fucking ska, please. And he did. Kudos. His name was Ed. I forget his second name. But Ed, hope you're doing well out there, bro, wherever you are. It was Dancehall Crashers. Again, another very obscure ska band. I think it had Sublime, Goldfinger, Real Big Fish, Fishbone, Mustard Plug, all those. And Planet Smashers were one of those bands, is what I was trying to say. And I've been wanting to see them basically since I was 13 years old. And I've never gotten the chance to see them. I don't know why. Maybe they've not played a lot. I don't know. But finally got the chance to see them. I jumped at the opportunity straight away. Supporting them were the Barstool Preachers. We have seen the Barstool Preachers before supporting the Interrupters in the O2. We only caught a little bit of their set, but it sounded fun for what it was, and it was nice to be able to know we were going to see him again. And then a band called Stop the Presses, who I had heard on record, very two-tony, quite fun New York ska. like the Slackers sort of thing. Got that huge two-tone influence in there. The lead singer of this opening band, Stop the Presses, you can tell she'd definitely been to... You see a band and they do very similar moves. They've been to like a performing arts school, or they've had some kind of training. You know what I mean? They move in a certain way. They have certain gestures. And you could definitely tell this girl had been through the fucking pageantry or something. And it was really cute to see. She was great. Backing singer was great. I love the drummer. When you see a drummer... and they're just smiling and just fucking grooving onto it, looking at the crowd, just like they wouldn't be anywhere else in the world for all the money in the world. Like, just in that moment, that was the happiest fucking drummer I've ever seen. Kudos to the band. Yeah, they were fun. They were cute. Really enjoyed them. And then Stop the Presses finished and moved on to the Barstool Preachers. The Barstool Preachers now. How to describe them. So I listened to them previously. I think when you go out to a gig, you owe it to yourself, if you have not heard of the band, to look it up and fucking have a listen. I did do this. I can't remember what the EP I listened to. Was it the album I listened to specifically? And honestly, I didn't really dig it that much, if I'm honest. They were kind of like, if you all remember the King Blues with Itch and all that, Chris, I can't remember his name, yeah, King Blues anyway. They were kind of reminding me like of a diet version of that. And it was like, there was some ska involved, but, it was predominantly like punk or like that third wave punk anyway, which was fine. But I really wasn't digging it. There was just something about it that I wasn't before, not the show. Because when the show came around, these guys could have easily fucking headlined the place. They could have headlined a fucking a triple capacity venue. I cannot tell you how good the stage presence was, how good the sound was, how in time, how tight. Great fucking crowd interaction. Great songs as well, because there was a song called "Don't Die Today" that I'd listened to, and I was like, yeah, this is like the only song I'm kind of getting along with, but I'm still not digging the production. And then when these guys played the song, I was like, holy shit, this sounds fucking incredible. I was looking to Beth, I'm like, I have to fucking listen to that song again, because this is how it's supposed to sound, surely. And I think bands, you got to be careful about who your producer is, because Barstool Preachers, I wouldn't have given a second chance. I would have listened to them once and go, fine. But they just happened to be supporting one of my favourite ska bands. And then you go and see them live, and it's like, whoa, you have blown the fucking roof off the place, dude. So I've got to give credit where credit's due. Because the ska just kind of got lost in the production somewhere. I don't know. And it's very quiet. The mastering isn't amazing. I hope they get a better producer, because I think they fucking deserve it, especially with a stage show like that. Absolutely incredible front man. Obviously all very competent musicians. And yeah, credit where credit's due, guys. I will say I didn't like it that the fact that when they finished their set, they immediately fucked off. And considering these are London boys as well, it's not like they had to fucking be anywhere. Maybe they did. I don't know. But it's still, for me, especially in that, that intimate, small venue setting, I feel like everybody should stick it out. But maybe this is just from a perspective of a guy who, has done more of the smaller time gigs than a lot of the bigger time gigs. There was a lot of those big, not arena shows, but, those huge capacity venues that we didn't stick around for the bands, because there's plenty of people there to fucking watch them. But in this, I don't know whether I found it offensive or not. I don't think I did. I thought at the time maybe, but these are like quite, bigger bands, you know what I mean? So they don't have to stick around. But anyway, I actually got the chance to meet their Planet Smashers just before they played. Matt, lead singer, fucking lovely, lovely bloke. Canadian as fucky. Just super fucking polite. Absolutely love talking to him. Just say, like, again, straight in there. Fucking bought a t-shirt. Like, dude, just thank you for the music, man. It's been I'm 30 fucking 4, 5. I don't know how old I am, And, your music really helped me through a lot of, traumatizing times. And, you're just so fucking fun, and just thank you. It's like, oh, man, that's really sweet. What's your name? It was like, Fonzy. And like, oh, Fonzy, well, thanks so much for coming out. Just fucking, again, stereotypes. I've already stereotyped the Italians, already stereotyped fucking gay people, and now I'm going to stereotype the Canadians. And by the way, thank you to our Canadian listeners, which I've probably just lost. But yeah, you know what? The set was fucking electric. They played pretty much everything I would have wanted them to play. Absolutely loved it. Went back to the hotel after arguably the shittest fucking kebab I've ever had. That was absolutely traumatizing. You guys visiting London, right? Don't get a takeaway ever, anywhere you fucking go, because they're all fucking shit. I can't believe it. That's one thing London can't get right. We can't get our fucking takeaways right. Everywhere I go, no matter east, west, north, south, I cannot get a decent fucking takeaway anywhere. Restaurants, nailed it out of the park. That's fine. But anytime you go to somewhere like Lewisham, for example, small little tight-knit community, they got like maybe a row, a little high street and that. They got a little, like a couple of off back streets and that. Not a crazy big suburb in London, but, couple of kebab shops there. Arguably one of the worst fucking things I've ever eaten. It was absolutely revolting. And, this is a common occurrence going back to London. This always happens. We got spaghetti at 2 a.m. in the morning. That was it. We were staying in, not Cockfosters. Where were we staying? Might have been Pimlico. Yeah, I think something like that. And, we could not find a fucking takeaway for love nor money. And what was open? There was this Italian bistro open. And on Uber, we were like, well, that's going to have to fucking do, isn't it? Spaghetti. All they had was fucking spaghetti. I'm like, I'm fucking starving, Beth. I need something. And yeah. Spaghetti in a plastic container at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'll tell you what, it was fucking disgusting. Oh, man. It was hilarious as well, because just after when we were coming back from London, there was going back through Lewisham, just before we got to the train station, there's this lady, and what I assume is about maybe a 3-year-old child. She's just walking along, this 3-year-old child's just behind her, and all you just heard was, "The fuck, man!" And then this kid just started crying. Like, this mum had just turned around to his kid and go, "What the fuck, man?" I never burst out laughing. I was like, me and Beth are saying that a lot now recently. The fuck, man? This 3-year-old kid just started bursting into tears. I don't know what the kid said or did. Maybe just walked past us and go, "Oh, what a couple of ugly cunts." And then the mum said, "The fuck, man?" I wasn't even going to mention that. I just thought it was funny as fuck, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're back. Back down. Just a reminder that the single is still coming out. You will be hearing it on some radio, hopefully in the near future. But the 26th of April, Cinnamon Laces comes out. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Genuinely, it's looking and sounding good, and the visuals that we got for it, it's just a visual. We just got a looping visualizer for this one, and it's creepy. It's creepy as fuck. So you're gonna check that out. If you don't like creepy teddy bears, don't watch it. Just listen to it. But 26th of April, that is coming out. Can't wait to share that with you guys. But have we got any more gigs coming up? No. We're going to just take it easy for a little while. We've got Big D in the Kids Table, another ska band tick. Oh, Fonzy, you're obsessed. I am. I fucking love ska. Big D in the Kids Table coming to the Exchange in Bristol, and then we follow that up with Angus and Julia Stone. Oh, yeah. And then we got Placebo coming up. We got Planets. I've already seen Planet Smashers. What am I thinking of? Smashing Pumpkins. Planet Smashing Pumpkins. Weezer, Green Day. Holy shit. I think I got a reminder on my phone today about that Eagles gig I was telling you guys about. I literally just said, fuck you, to my phone. I don't know if that was today. It might have been. Or it was a reminder. It's something about the Eagles anyway, but I can't remember. But yeah, otherwise just chilling out, just watching the world go by. Actually, I was reading about, P. Diddy, holy Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. That guy's in a lot of fucking trouble now. What the fuck is going on there? Man, he's been fucking raping and just a massive ego problem, man. Just shooting motherfuckers, And what this really sucks, right? Because one of my favorite films is Get Him to the Greek, right? The Judd Apatow movie with Jonah Hill, not Elizabeth Banks, what's her name? Elizabeth Moss, Russell Brand, Sean Combs. And I'm like, I can't watch this fucking movie anymore. For fuck's sake. Russell Brand, obviously going down for a lot of the shit he did in the past. Allegedly, let's say that for now. But I mean, he's obviously, I'm not saying he hasn't. It's just easier to deny everything rather than admit, all right, yeah, I fucked up here and there, definitely, but maybe not to the extent that you're saying, or maybe he did all those awful things. I don't know. Either way, no side is given up yet. And now all this shit about fucking P. Diddy, I don't know if a warrant's out for his arrest, but I can't watch Get Him to the Greek anymore. So it's all about me, and I'm not happy. It's the same as like fucking preaching, people who still listen to Michael Jackson and still preach his fucking name. It's like, what? Dude, if I can give up Get Him to the Greek, right, you can give up Michael Jackson. I'm just saying, we've all got to give up something, but, not to stop encouraging that behaviour. You know what I mean? But this is the thing, I think Michael Jackson's just, was just so fucking... so big, is the biggest pop star of all time. Of course he is. And when you have that much, power, it's hard to, for people to believe that they can do any wrong. Again, like me listening to Aerosmith, that is arguably extremely controversial. And it, definitely is. And I'm a bit of a fucking hypocrite. But, just bit of balance, y'all. Bit of fucking balance. Oh, God. Anyway, I reckon I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Again, my apologies. This was just a catch-up podcast. I did have a couple of ideas I wanted to run by you for episode 5, but you know what? We'll save that till next week. Why not? Again, 26th of April. Single. I can't promote shit. Fucking hell. Yeah, I can't talk. But how long has it been now? Nearly 50 minutes. I can't talk for that long. I get out of breath just sitting in a chair chatting shit. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with me? But yeah, comes out, Cinnamon Laces, our new single on the 26th of April, 12 a.m. GMT. That is Greenwich Mean Time for all you Americans. And fuck knows what time it is over there, East Coast, West Coast time. I don't know. Just go on fucking Spotify or whatever, or Apple, on the 26th of April, and you'll find it. How's that? Thank you very much. I appreciate your viewership and listenership, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Guys, keep listening to the music. I'll be back next Thursday with another episode. Remember, you can... the email is in the description if you ever want to write in anything at all. I will be getting some guests on at some point, and we will be starting to glamorize this podcast up a little bit. But right now, as I said, I'm just enjoying speaking to you, and love y'all very, very much. Have a good rest of your week.